all the problems are caused by the people in the robber class who want to consolidate their power, grab all the wealth, that we need to join together and work together to help thrive through this crisis that we're facing right now, and to build community and to build on what is already present here. Especially in Albuquerque, there's a great community present that's already doing many of the things that I suggest, but to work together to be able to survive and thrive through what's happening.
What's the reception been like in Albuquerque so far?
Oh, it's been marvelous so far, and I'm also very excited because this is the first time I've ever been to New Mexico doing peace work. So for the response and the energy and the excitement about my visit here has been very gratifying to me.
Talk about the things that maybe a couple of key topics that your book covers.
I think one of the most key elements in my book is the idea that it's noble somehow to die in robber class wars. The people of the robber class start the wars, like in Iraq and Afghanistan, and our children fight them, and our children fight and die and kill other people's children just for profit. That profit's not a consequence of war. Profit is the reason for war, and we have to stop our children from joining the military. Until our military becomes an institution that only safeguards our liberties and our security here in America, that our children should not be supportive of that, and that we should not give our children to the robber class to kill and to maim or to do whatever they do to our children in the military.
My last question is, there's always that crowd that says war is a part of life. We have to have a military. We have to defend ourselves. And I know you know as well that you've gotten a lot of criticism from people as well as praise. What do you say to those people who maybe aren't so much on the same page with that ideal?
First of all, I agree with you. We do need a military for defensive purposes, not to spread this corporate imperialism, to go all over the world, to invade countries for their resources, and to have a bloated military-industrial complex, which a Republican warned about in 1960. So I don't have a problem with the military. I have a problem with the way the military is used. And until the military starts being used for defensive purposes, being used to protect our rights and to guard our well-being here in America, and I'm not against humanitarian use either, if it's in concert with an international community. But we shouldn't have an over-bloated standing army like we do now.
Cindy, I was going to read a different poem, but I'm going to read this in your honor because you joined us tonight kind of last minute. This is the first poem on my poetry CD, so I put that out midway through the Bush regime and not too long after I shaved my head to protest the war. There were 20 of us did it in the Harvard Arts Center, and it was a very moving and healing experience. But this poem is, it kind of explains my philosophy, why I bring all these poets together. I am a poet to reclaim the ravages of war, to amplify the human heartbeat in the chest of the enemy, to remind the soldier that he once was a child who dissolved into sobs at the death of a dog. I am a poet to reclaim the ravages of war reigned by one race, one religion on another, sometimes between nations, sometimes within them. I cut all skins and mingle the red blood indistinguishable on the page. I fuse all prayers into one chant of longing for a justice, a goodness that yet eludes us. I am a poet to reclaim the ravages of war, to pluck the child from beneath the bruising arm of rage, to pluck the woman from the path of rape's intruding missile, to hold them up in sun-drenched mist where they can sparkle golden and untarnished as the day they burst this world, a breath of God. I am a poet to reclaim humanity from the ravages of war, not to count the casualties, but to heal them. I am a poet, and my task is immense. I cannot do it alone, but an army of poets can kiss the world awake.